during the last hearing, February 7, if you will recall, most especially those who were present during that hearing, this committee issued a subpoena to Pastor Quiboloy because of his non-appearance on the several invitations that we sent him. And I can see that, again, Pastor Quiboloy is a no-show in this hearing. Now, it is very clear under the House rules, especially in rules of governing procedure on inquiries in aid of legislation. Section 11, the committee may punish any person for contempt by a majority of members present, specifically on Section A, refusal without legal excuse to obey summons, and Section E, acting in a disrespectful manner. In this case, although he is not present, but the fact that he has not been appearing in these hearings in this committee just shows that he has no respect for this committee. It just shows that he acts like God, he acts with impunity, he takes this hearing for granted. Ipinagwawalang balahala niya, importante ho siya dito. So in this case, Mr. Chair, kahit na mag-hearing pa tayo ng 20 beses, kahit na 20 beses natin imbitahin si Pastor Quiboloy, it is very clear that he has no intention whatsoever of appearing in this committee. Therefore, Mr. Chair, under our rules, it is our obligation to show these people to take this committee for granted the sanctions that could be meted under our House rules. Therefore, Mr. Chair, I move to cite for contempt Pastor Quiboloy on the grounds which I have stated. So move, Mr. Chair.
There's a motion by the Honorable Pimentel.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, the Honorable.
with the indulgence of the good Congressman Pimentel, with regards to this motion, I have nothing against it, but it's just proper, Mr. Chair, siguro na we might ask the representative of Quiboloy, then we will rule on that particular motion.
Okay, with the request of the Honorable Paduano, the Honorable Pimentel will defer and hold in abeyance.
I yield to the request.
And the Honorable Atty.Topacio, magandang hapon po sa inyo.
Magandang hapon po, Mr. Chair, Your Honors. May I be recognized, Your Honor?
Yes, you are.
Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, with respect to the motion and with all due respect, we believe we have provided legal justification for the non-presence of Pastor Apollo Quiboloy in our letter to the committee, Your Honor, wherein the gist of it states that based on the previous hearings of this honorable committee, we have an idea of the information being required, and we have stated in this letter, Your Honors, very respectfully, that Pastor Quiboloy for around 4 years now has had no hand whatsoever in the running of SMNI, whose franchise is under consideration, Your Honor. Instead, to show our good faith and our due respect to this honorable committee, and to show that we are not evading the subpoena, Your Honors, we have brought with us 3 persons who are in the best position, more than Pastor Quiboloy, and who have been the ones active since 2022 in the affairs of the Kingdom of Jesus Christ, which are the current executive pastor of the KJOC and his top staff, Attorney Eunice Ambrosio and Maria Norfeli Marimon, Your Honors. So with respect to the kingdom, they are the ones who possess the necessary competence to answer whatever questions this honorable committee may throw at them, Your Honors.
Mr. Chair, we understand the explanation of Atty. Topacio, but the fact still remains that Pastor Quiboloy has not appeared in this committee. You are presenting actually 3 persons that you have just mentioned to explain whatever questions or whatever clarifications are needed. As you have stated, they are well versed with regards to the operations of Swarasug. But the matter at hand, Mr. Chair, I believe, still remains is the non-appearance of Pastor Quiboloy. Of course, Mr. Chair, we will entertain or we will ask questions to your substitute resource persons. But Mr. Chair, I still insist my motion, my earlier motion, I again reiterate, I move to cite for contempt Pastor Quiboloy, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, the Honorable Pimentel. Atty.Topacio.
Your Honor, we will always submit to the discretion of the committee. With just the very respectful and gentle reminder, Your Honors, that in the very recent case of Ong versus Senate Blue Ribbon Committee, the Supreme Court has ruled that before any person is held in contempt of the a house or any committee thereof, he must be given due process, meaning a chance to explain, Your Honor. We are just invoking this right on behalf of Pastor Quiboloy because our Constitution itself states that the rights of persons invited to congressional hearings should be respected, Your Honor. That is all that we ask, Your Honor. Nothing else.
Thank you, Atty. Po ba akong magtanong?
Of course, Your Honor, you're the chairman.
Siyempre. Kasi ho, pinadala ho namin yung subpoena February 20, no? At ito'y publicized naman. At bakit po sa March 11 lang po kayo nagpadala ng sulat? At nauna po ho ang media kasi tumatawag po sa akin ang media. At ang sabi ko sa kanila, hindi ko po pwede sigutin yan dahil wala po akong natatanggap na sulat. True enough, sinek ko yung records, natanggap lang ho namin yung sulat nyo kahapon, March 11. Tapos may amended letter at March 12 today, humarap po yung isang abogado ninyo. So, why did it take you so long to write us that letter?
Kasi po, hindi po ako involved, Mr. Chair, doon sa previous mga hearings. So, nireview ko pa po yung video ng mga hearings para mapagtanto ko po kung ano yung mga maaring itanong based on the trend. At yun nga po, coupled with the fact that Pastor Quiboloy has been out of the day-to-day or even the general operations of SMNI or Suarasug, Your Honor, because he has decided to concentrate on purely spiritual matters, ay lumiham po kami. Yung unang liham po kasi, pasensya na po kayo, we meant no disrespect to the committee, Mr. Chair. Kanya lang, noong ibibigay na po namin dito, napansin po namin may typographical errors lang naman po, kaya ni-revise po namin.
Which was received today.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
Typographical errors lang po.
So that's why the first letter we received March 11, the second letter we received today
Opo.
at the day of the hearing.
Opo, maybe.
Yes.
Pero it's basically the same, Your Honor. We did not want to spring any surprise. It's just typographical errors, Your Honor.
Thank you very
We apologize because of the tight schedule of this representation. We profoundly apologize to the committee and to the chair.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Before I continue, the chair will recognize the Deputy Speaker, the Honorable David J.J. Suarez. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
The Honorable Franz Pumaren is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Address lang pong question kay Atty.Topacio. I'm quite baffled no, dahil he mentioned that kaya hindi pupunta dahil wala siya doon sa day-to-day activity, yung pagpapatakbo ng SMNI, hindi niya alam. In fact, there are three resource speakers that can answer that. My main question lang here, kung gano'n man pala, may invitation siya, bakit ayaw niyang pumunta? Then let him explain to us kung ano talaga ang role niya doon sa SMNI. And aside from that, probably there are still other questions that can be raised. Yun lang naman ang quite baffling on my part na bakit ayaw niyang pumunta. Na kung confident naman siya na he has no idea how yung SMNI operates day-to-day basis. Yun lang po, Mr. Chairman.
May I respond, Mr. Chair? Actually po, wag niyo na pong sisihin si Pastor, ako na pong sisihin niyo, Honorable Franz Pumaren, sapagkat ako po yung nagpayo sa kanya. While the details of the advice may be covered by lawyer-client privilege, ako po yung sabi kay Pastor na since ang nakikita ko po sa trend ay tungkol naman sa alleged violations ng prangkisa ng SMNI, ay since wala naman po kayong kinalaman at ang inyong titulo na honorary chairman ay purely honorific as the name suggests, sabi ko, upang hindi naman, paipakita naman natin na ginagalang po natin yung proseso ng kagalang-galang na committee ito, ay tayo na po magdala ng mga tao na maaaring makasagot dun sa mga yon. Ngayon po, I want to take this opportunity with the kind indulgence of my congressman in Parañaque, the chair. Kung mamarapating nyo lamang naman po, kami po ay magalang na humihiling na baka naman po mga kagalang-galang na kinatawan na bigyan po na naman kami. Kahit konting panahon lang po na magpaliwanag at baka naman po makausap ko rin siya at baka naman po makita niya na baka naman pwede siyang dumating sa susunod. Konting kahit konting pagkakataon lamang po, rest assured that we will be prompt in our response, Mr. Chair and members of the Honorable Committee. In fact, I'm scheduled to meet with him tomorrow, Your Honors, if I may inform this Honorable Committee, and I will advise him accordingly. Honorable Pumaren, please.
Thank you, Atty.Topacio. Mr. Chair,
Honorable Pimentel.
We are just prolonging this issue. We know very well that kahit na ano pang sabihin ni Atty.Topacio, he was hired by Pastor Quiboloy as a legal counsel. It's his job to delay this contempt. Alam naman natin, Atty.Topacio, kahit na sa'yo, naniniwala ba kayong sisipot si Pastor Quiboloy? These are just delaying tactics. Even though na mag-hearing na naman tayo next, iba na namang rason ng lila ibibigay. Mag-hearing na naman tayo, ikapitong hearing, ibang rason na naman. When will this be concluded? As I've said, Mr. Chair, it is incumbent upon this committee. It is our obligation under the rules that we should cite him for contempt to compel him to appear in this committee, Mr. Chair. Again, on my second, actually on my third reiteration, Mr. Chair, my motion still stands.
Thank you.
Just a point of clarification on the statements made by Atty.Topacio. By the way, congratulations on your movie.
Thank you, sir.
You mentioned that you're off to see the good pastor tomorrow.
Yes, Your Honor.
So that confirms that he's still in the Philippines.
Yes, of course, Your Honor. He's not going anywhere, Your Honor.
Kasi may mga balita na nag-ibang bansa na daw siya. At,
Ay, hindi po. Magpapakuha po ako ng litrato at ipa-viber ko po sa
Hindi.
mga members ng committee.
I trust you, Atty.
Thank you po. I appreciate that, sir.
Yun lang, I just wanted to reiterate, Mr. Chair, we've been having this hearing since December of last year.
November.
November of last year. So, long playing album na po ito kasi November, December, January, February, March, I think. This can already be part of the Guinness Book of World Records as one of the longest hearings. This just goes to show the leniency and the patience the Committee on Franchise has afforded to SMNI, to SWARSU, when it comes to complying with requests that have been forwarded to you. So, on his proper time, Mr. Chair, I would second the motion of Congressman Pimentel.
Thank you, the Honorable
Mr.
Suarez.
Chair.
The Honorable Karaps Paduano, then the Honorable Arlene,
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
the Honorable Franz Castro.
Anyway, Mr. Chairman, I will not anymore argue with Atty.Topacio with regards to the jurisprudence regards to Senate versus Ong. But in the proper time, just in case, we can talk about it. And well, in fact, pati na yung balag, pwede natin pag-usapan, no? Balag case. But anyway, Mr. Chairman, ganito lang po. Kasi the legal counsel of Pastor Quiboloy is asking for a reconsideration. Is that correct?
We are asking for time to explain, Your Honor, because as the rules state, the failure to appear must be without legal justification. So we are willing in whatever time allotted to us, Your Honors, so as to obviate any suspicion that this representation is delaying. Actually, ayoko nga pong ma-delay. May lakad po kami nakaproot ng business ko next week eh. Pero kung kinakailangan po ay isakripisyo po natin yon. Ngunit I also understand the misgivings of the Honorable Johnny Pimentel that indeed these hearings have been going on for quite some time. But ang akin lamang po, Your Honor, is perhaps the committee would rather err on the side of constitutional rights rather than expediency. Yun naman po ang aking humble appeal sa chair at saka sa mga miyembro ng committee ito. Salamat po.
Mr. Chairman, actually, question of the appeal of the lawyer. Pwede naman po, pero pwede naman po na lagyan natin ng kolatilia that will cite Pastor P.Quiboloy in contempt. But it will be lifted depending on the cooperation of Pastor P.Quiboloy, because we have done that for the past several contempt orders. But still, Pastor P.Quiboloy will be cited in contempt in today's hearing